Trisha Taylor here, ready to sort your pastels? Yeah, gotta clean them first. I use Oat Bran because it's cheap and it doesn't scratch my pastels too much. Put them in a Ziploc bag and shake them all about and they come out clean. So we're going to sort in 3 stages. First by hue, then temperature, then tone. First, we're going to sort by hue. So I have some plates and I'm going to set my colours around the colour wheel. Trying to pick a tone that is a mid-tone and a pure colour around the wheel. At this point it can feel really slow, but don't worry, it'll speed up. I also need a neutral for the colours I don't know what they are. I sort by 6 hues: blue, green, yellow, orange, red, violet. That's the 3 primary and 3 secondary. And of course we've got our neutrals left over. Now to sort by temperature. If you're not sure what that means, just by watching you'll learn a lot. Each hue that we have sorted has a warm side and a cool side. Sometimes I call it a yellow side or blue side or red side. Starting with the violets, it has a blue side and a red side. I'm going to just put those on the blue side on the right and those on the red side on the left. Slowly but surely, it starts looking just a little bit more organised. And all I have to think about, does it have more blue or does it have more red? Now for the blues, they'll have a red side or a yellow side. And the reds, they'll have a blue side or a yellow side. Oranges will have a yellow side and a red side. Now we have the yellows. They have a red side and a blue side. And with greens, they have a blue side and a yellow side. Neutrals are different. I put them into 3 categories: yellow, red and blue. Okay, our final sort, light to dark. Most students will find this one the easiest, and it's surprising how in order it now starts to look. This is the most important one for pastels because that's the one way our medium is different. Our tones are already mixed for us. Looking good. I have a problem child, green. Look at these trays. I have so many greens in there and not many yellows. But when I actually look at the colour wheel and you look at the colour green, now look at the colour yellow. When it goes dark, it is actually that warm green. When I hold each pastel up to a colour, you'll see that one is actually a dark yellow and belongs in this tray. If I continue and hold them each up, wow, that belongs to the golden yellow, the warm yellow. If I continue with that and keep finding all those dark yellows and put them in the other tray, it'll start looking fine. This fellow, well, he's too green. If I hold him up, he doesn't fit in the yellows, he still belongs in the green tray. This takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get there. You can purchase these colour wheels off my site if that helps. For interest's sake, these colours are actually called greenish umbers and raw umbers. That looks better. Now I can even sort this green tray further and go, is there a colour in between there, a mid-green, and then sort between the mid-green and the blue-green. This is one of the reasons why green is such a tricky colour. The more you do this, the more you'll get used to what's actually dark yellow, what's warm green, and what's cool green. Can you tell I paint a lot of oceans? A lot of blue-green there, but I love it. It is my favourite colour. No wonder I have so many pastels in it. I hope this has helped you understand green that bit better. Okay, I'm going to use 2 boxes of Unison and I'm going to fill them following the colour wheel. If you notice, I love my colour wheel. Alright, I'm going to start with the centre, most intense of each colour I can see. Each hue and each temperature is going to have a row in my box, and I'm going to sort them by tone at the same time. These are just going to give me a guide of where each colour is going to go. I don't have a pure yellow. I need to get one. You will find all sorts of gaps in your palette that you'll need to fill with a pastel or 2, and that's okay. That's why we're doing this. Continuing on to the warm side, reds and the violets. I'm not going to put my neutrals in this box. I'm going to create a different box. Depending on what your container will be, you may fit neutral rows in. Sometimes you can have them down one end, or actually each type of grey, like the red grey put near the red pastel, the blue grey near the blue pastels. But that's your choice. Now I'm just going to fill each row with the tones that belong to the right hue and the right temperature of that hue. Here we go. And this is what I end up with. You'll notice where my gaps are. This is a good thing. I'm not going to fill those gaps with double ups. That's one of our common mistakes, is putting lots and lots of one colour in just to fill the box. I'm going to go and source other pastels and fill those gaps with more tones so that I have a stronger palette. You could fill it with the greys if you wanted to, or fill it with your favourite colours. So long as you've got light to dark of each of those hues in each of those tones, you'll have a great palette. So this is how I've filled my palette. Now to see what I do with my greys. I have another smaller box and I organise my greys into the same order, light to dark, across the colour wheel. And look how much colour you now see in that mix. That's why I like to keep them separate. I can see their hue and their temperature much better when they're separated from the rest of the crowd. So now you're sorted. Thanks for watching. Happy painting.